Last question.
Terence Crawford's going to be at the fight. How does it feel to have the support of Terence?
I mean, it's dope. It's dope to have the support of everybody come. Definitely, it was exciting. The whole build up to it and leading up to it too. So it's something that, you know, I wouldn't change for nothing. And I'm definitely open to the rematch, and hopefully it'll be at 154 pounds. Yeah. I mean, the rematch. When was the rematch going to be? Within a year? I wouldn't have been ready, so how would I take a rematch if I'm not going to be ready?
Tim Tszyu, Errol Spence.
Yes.
What do you think of that?
I've known Earl for a long time. He's just a great guy all the way around.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's the same guy. I hope he can prove me wrong. I'm going to give a little edge to Tim Tszyu on that. I think time away maybe for Earl might be a little tough for him to jump right back in. It's hard if you've been off a while to jump right back into the top.
Oh yeah, you get some days you're like, man, why come back and do this? But you know, everything's been good. Just listening to my coach and just focusing on the game plan, and I'm enjoying it. You gotta enjoy it while it lasts, because one day this will be over. And it'll be a new crop that's taking over the game. So right now, I'm just gonna enjoy the moment that I got now. And it's the last one. It's the last one.
You have the experience of fighting outside of the country.
I'm going to say something that's kind of it's contradictive. Bit calculated, but he's got to test him early. He's wondering, hey Errol, how does this feel after so long? You like this? You know, give him a couple of leather sandwiches and see how he likes that.
When Errol Spence Jr. arrived in Sydney, Australia, fans expected the usual pre-fight interview. Instead, they witnessed one of the most revealing media sessions of his career. In just a few minutes, Spence dismissed a major domestic rivalry.
But the feeling is that I do want to do damage. I do want to go out there and unleash myself. That's what boxing is about. So that's what it is.
He has repeatedly said that you're placing yourself above him and above this promotion, that you're taking this for granted to some extent.
I don't care what position he has or what position you have or anybody has. If it's not my family, I can give a about anybody.
Responded to claims about his finances, explained why the Terence Crawford rematch never happened, and revealed the surprising respect that now exists between him and his former rival. It wasn't ordinary fight promotion. It was a statement that he's ready to prove the doubters wrong.
Let's hear it for Errol Spence and Tim Tszyu ahead of this massive fight this weekend from Sydney, Australia.
The first major talking point came when reporters asked about a possible showdown with fellow Texan Jermall Charlo. Many fans have wanted that fight for years, but Spence quickly shut down the idea. He questioned whether Charlo could even sell out an arena and made it clear he sees himself as the biggest boxing star in Texas. His message was simple. He doesn't need that fight to build his legacy.
What's a fight with you and Charlo look like in Dallas? The Battle of Houston versus the Battle of Dallas. You reckon we can get that done?
I don't know. We'll see.
You don't like that fight?
Man, I'm not ready. You just told me about it.
What are your thoughts on it though, if it was to happen?
It's cool. I mean, I'm the king of Texas, so I mean, I guess.
He said he was.
He can say a lot, but where he sell that venues at?
Next came the rumors that Spence is returning because he needs money. Tim Tszyu has suggested financial problems are the real reason behind the comeback, but Spence laughed off the accusation.
Can you just explain how differently you feel now to, when this fight was first sort of talked about 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and how much better you will be for fighting him now rather than then?
Yeah, I think a ton of experience, new coaches, new outlook in life, new outlook in boxing, and I've got this crazy hunger, and it just grows in the stomach, so that's what it is.
Well, good. Thanks, guys.
Tim, actually, too,
Yeah.
in terms of like the story of this fight, do you think if he loses, that'll be it for him, or do you see a scenario where he continues fighting Errol?
Don't know. I think I can't say. I think when you've made $20 million from one fight, your mind changes. I guess it slowly starts to run out. 3 years of enjoying yourself, it slowly starts to run out. You need a little bit of a little bit more money. So I think that's probably his biggest inspiration right now.
Have you listened to like some of the stuff he said about the fight in terms of like why he's doing it, why he wanted to do it? No. I don't know. It may come off as if like he's not sure what's going to happen in the future. I would imagine. How do you think that plays out in the fight?
Yeah, the questions will be answered. I want this so bad, man. I want this more than anything, just because I know that there's such a big road ahead. There's so many more fights to be made. Of course, I'm purely focused on this, but the future is there, Don't know if it's on what it is on his side. What's his motivation to get out?
Instead of arguing, he challenged Sayu to publicly compare their bank accounts, joking that whoever has less money should pay the other. It was a confident response that completely flipped the conversation and showed Spence isn't worried about the criticism.
Tim said yesterday he thinks you might be coming back for money, that you've run out of money. Can I just get your thoughts?
I mean, we can check each other's bank. We can bet some money and check each other's bank account to see.
A couple more questions, guys.
How was your bank account compared to his?
I don't know. I just said we can check and see. If I'm broke, then somebody got.
When asked about Sayu's promises to end his career, Spence gave one of the interview's most memorable answers. He said fighting for millions isn't real pressure because there are people around the world struggling just to survive. Mentioning families in Haiti facing extreme hardship, Spence explained that boxing is a privilege, not a burden. His perspective instantly shifted the tone of the discussion.
What do you make of Tim saying he's going to end your career 10 years retirement?
I don't make anything of it. I mean, that's what any opponent would say.
Do you want to do the same to him?
Huh?
Do you want to do the same to him?
I mean, I'm not trying to end a career, but if he decides to stop after, then he decides to stop after. But, I'm looking to punish him for sure.
You said Tim had his back up against the wall. Does that make for a more dangerous Tim Tszyu?
Say it again?
You mentioned that Tim's fighting this fight with his back against the wall. Does that make for a different and more dangerous Tim Tszyu?
Of course, his back is his wall, so he got to fight. So, it definitely makes for a dangerous Tim Tszyu. But Tim Tszyu always been dangerous.
Why is there no pressure on you in this fight?
Huh?
You said there's no pressure on you in this fight. The pressure's on Tim Tszyu. Why is it back a little bit?
I didn't say the pressure's on Tim Tszyu. I said there's no pressure on me. I mean, pressure is something you create in your mind. That's the mentality. I don't have any pressure on me. Pressure is people in Haiti eating mud pies to survive. That's a lot of pressure. Pressure is people not having food to eat. That's pressure. This ain't no pressure. I'm going to make millions of dollars and fight another man. What's pressure in that?
Of course, the biggest question surrounded Terence Crawford. Fans have wondered for months why the rematch never happened, and Spence finally gave a clear explanation. He revealed that the contract required the second fight to take place within 1 year. After the punishment he took in their first meeting, he admitted his body simply wasn't ready to return that quickly. There were no excuses, just an honest explanation about recovery and timing.
It's fight week. I mean, it's time to wind down and get ready for the fight. So I haven't really seen anything, but I see his mentality. I mean, his mentality. He's coming. No holds barred. He really coming to the fight, and he's a product of Australia, so he's coming to defend it.
people are all speculating as to what happens in this fight. Do you feel that you have something to prove to the boxing world in this comeback fight, to look impressive, to beat a guy like this?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a lot of questions out there. You know, how's Errol Spence going to come back? Is he still the same? You know, will he be sharp for a 3-year layoff? Things like that. But you know, I'm ready. I'm focused. Been training hard. I feel like it's not really any pressure on me because I'm not looking to prove anything to anybody. I'm looking to prove something to myself that I still have it.
What's going to happen on Sunday, Errol? What are we going to see in this fight?
First of all, you're going to see a very entertaining fight. If you see my fights, you know I'm always in entertaining fights. If you see Tim Tszyu fight, you always know he's an entertaining fight. So it makes for a perfect clash, but I do see myself becoming victorious.
And your final words to your fans watching from the United States and globally, all your new friends and fans here in Sydney, Australia as well.
Make sure you tune in. It's going to be a great event from top to bottom. It's going to be I'm going to put on a great show, great performance. Tim is going to come to fight. I'm going to come to fight. And I guarantee you, it's going to end early.
And any final words for your opponent, Tim Tszyu, before we leave?
Nah.
And Errol, we won't get a shake of hands today or even after this fight?
Yeah, maybe after for sure, but nah, not right now. It's wartime.
Okay, well, we might face them off, though, these two main event fighters down at the front. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, that is your main event. It is Errol Spence from the United States against Australia's own Tim Tszyu at the top of this stacked and historic card that you will see live this weekend from Sydney, Australia. For those watching in Australia, 9:30 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, the broadcast will commence on Fox Sports and on KO. Then at 11 a.m. we head over to main event pay-per-view. It all culminates, of course, in the fight between the former unified welterweight champion of the world, Errol Spence Jr., and Australia's own former WBO super welterweight champion of the world, Tim Tszyu. And now it is time to face them off, these two fighters, ahead of boxing history in Sydney this weekend. Let's hear it for Errol Spence and Tim Tszyu ahead of this massive fight this weekend from Sydney, Australia. Thanks so much for joining us at our official press conference. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you at the weigh-in tomorrow. I'm Ben Damon and I'll see you at the fights.
So plenty to unpack after that face-off. No smiles, no handshakes. We're going to hear from both men again shortly. I've got Sean Porter, Paulie Malignaggi, Danny Green, Pete Bedell with me. And gentlemen, for 2 men that have continually said or build up that this fight is not personal, the emotion, the intensity, the personal jab, Sean, tells us otherwise, doesn't it?
And probably, Danny, at some point it does get personal, right?
Yeah, I mean, you got to get your game face on. We talk about that, right? I mean, I think guys get their game face on as the fight gets closer.
There's no animosity from a standpoint of you did something to my family or anything like that, but at some point, Paulie, you just get to that point where it's like, you're coming from my head, so I have to come from yours.
It's always personal once the bell goes. It's very personal. He's trying to hurt me. I mean, it doesn't get any more personal.
Yeah. Have you guys not seen this kind of energy from Tim, you know what I mean?
Look, it's interesting because Tim has said that he hasn't felt this way since Jeff Horn and Tony Harrison. I just wonder with Tim, you know, Tony Harrison brought a lot of fire, that American fire to this fight. And when you think about Fundora, humble guy, you think of Buckram, didn't bring a whole lot either. I wonder, Pete, I wonder if you agree with me on this, that it's just that, you know, the aura of Errol, that's what's really getting under Tim's skin.
It is, and you know, the point that Tim made the other day, he got up for Jeff Horn. That was the first big fight for him. That was a seminal moment in his career where he became the poster boy for Australian boxing, the golden boy. And then he said Tony Harrison, that was his coronation that day when he basically became an interim world champion. But boys, you know what I've been interested to hear about all week, even from American people back home, they're writing off Errol Spence, and I can't believe it. Like, I've heard the 50-50 fight. I think this is 60-40 to Spence. He's beaten 7 world champions, including the great Sean Porter.
Don't do that.
135-12 amateur record. This is a genuine superstar, Olympian. I think all the pressure here is on Tim Tszyu because he's on home soil and he's going to get a test that he's never seen before.
I agree with that 100%. I think that the pressure's on him, and I think that's why those juices are flowing the way that it was against Jeff Horn, against Tony Harrison. He's realizing that this is a very pivotal moment for him where he can't afford to drop the ball. And unlike other moments,
I'm going to stop you there for a minute. We're going to hear from Errol Spence now.
The plan after this is to be with my kids, travel. I mean, they got school when I get back August, so I mean, just travel, have fun, and you know, talk with my family and see what's next.
Is there more fights on the horizon?
It could be. It definitely could be.
What's a fight with you and Charlo look like in Dallas? The Battle of Houston versus the Battle of Dallas. You reckon we can get that done?
I don't know. We'll see.
You don't like that?
I mean, I'm not ready. You just told me about it.
What are your thoughts on it though, if it was to happen?
It's cool. I mean, I'm the king of Texas, so I mean, I guess.
He said he was.
He can say a lot, but where he said that venue's at.
How's Australia treated you?
Oh, Australia treated me great, man. I love Australia. Australia's been dope. The people in Sydney been real nice. Everybody been treating me real good. At first it was kind of suspicious. I'm like, man, everybody's so nice. Like, why is everybody so nice? You know, America is way different, but everybody's been real nice and warming.
How special was it yesterday in Sydney Harbour? You had Deb, your mum down here, had the kids and all your family. That must be special for you, like as a fighter, to bring your family out to Australia, but be with them in the Sydney Harbour.
Oh, definitely, man. It definitely was special just having my family here and supporting me and being in the harbor with them, man. It's beautiful views, too, because we took a lot of pictures and the background drop was dope.
You thinking about some fishing yesterday and hunting some big sharks in that harbour?
No, I'm not thinking about fishing right now.
What do you make of Tim saying he's going to end your career as soon as retirement?
I don't make anything of it. I mean, that's what any opponent would say.
Do you want to do the same to him?
Huh?
Do you want to do the same to him?
I mean, I'm not trying to end a career, but if he decides to stop after, then he decides to stop after. But, you know, I'm looking to punish him for sure.
You know, you said Tim had his back up against the wall. Does that make for a more dangerous Tim Tszyu?
Say it again?
You mentioned that Tim's fighting this fight with his back against the wall. Does that make for a different and more dangerous Tim Tszyu?
Of course, his back is his wall, so, you know, he got to fight. So, you know, it definitely makes for a dangerous Tim Tszyu. But Tim Tszyu has always been dangerous.
Why is there no pressure on you in this fight?
Huh?
You said there's no pressure on you in this fight. The pressure's on Tim Tszyu. Why is there back a little bit?
I didn't say the pressure's on Tim Tszyu. I said there's no pressure on me. I mean, pressure is something you create in your mind. That's the mentality. I don't have any pressure on me. Pressure is people in Haiti eating mud pies to survive. That's a lot of pressure. Pressure is people not having food to eat. That's pressure. This ain't no pressure. I'm going to make millions of dollars and fight another man. What's pressure in that?
Tim said yesterday he thinks you might be coming back for money, that you've run out of money. Can I just get your thoughts?
I mean, we can check each other's bank. We can bet some money and check each other's bank account to see.
A couple more questions, guys.
How was your bank account compared to his?
I don't know. I just said we can check and see. If I'm broke, then somebody got to pay up.
Errol, you mentioned on Andre Ward's podcast about your last preparation not being as good as it could have been. Was there a reason you didn't take the rematch?
I mean, a rematch. When was the rematch going to be? Within a year? I wouldn't have been ready. So how would I take a rematch if I'm not going to be ready?
Yet, in a shocking twist nobody saw coming, the bitter rivalry with Crawford has transformed into something entirely different.
It's just something you create in your mind. That's the mentality. I don't have any pressure on me. Pressure is people in Haiti eating mud pies to survive. That's a lot of pressure. Pressure is people not having food to eat. That's pressure. This ain't no pressure. I'm going to make millions of dollars and fight another man. What's pressure in that?
Tim said yesterday he thinks you might be coming back for money, that you've run out of money. Can I just get your thoughts?
I mean, we can check each other's bank. I check it. We can bet some money and check each other's bank account to see.
A couple more questions, guys.
How was your bank account compared to his?
I don't know. Well, I just said we can check and see. If I'm broke, then somebody got to pay up.
Errol, you mentioned on Andre Ward's podcast about your last preparation not being as good as it could have been. Was there a reason you didn't take the rematch?
I mean, a rematch. When was the rematch going to be? Within a year? I wouldn't have been ready. So how would I take a rematch if I'm not going to be ready?
Last question.
Terence Crawford's going to be at the fight. How does it feel to have the support of Terence?
I mean, it's dope. It's dope to have the support of everybody coming to.
The biggest surprise came when Spence spoke about his current relationship with Crawford. Despite their fierce rivalry, he confirmed that Crawford is traveling to Australia to watch the fight from ringside. Spence smiled while discussing it, calling the gesture dope and saying he appreciates the support.
I'm definitely a fan of boxing. You know, I'm gonna be in Australia. I'm gonna be.
Yeah, I know you're gonna be over there. Yeah,
I'm gonna be supporting Spence, rooting him on. You know, I just like to support, fighters in his own right. I done been in Boots locker room supporting him. So yeah, it's just crazy how the tables turn. When people get to a certain plateau and they forget about things like that.
We picking Earl? I'm picking
Of course.
Of course. Sean and Sean?
Of course.
Yeah.
Sean better.
We gotta see.
Wow.
B side is more towards Tim. I'm definitely towards Errol. I just feel like Errol, even though we haven't seen him in 3 years now, I think he still has more than enough to beat Tim. All that said, I hate saying it because I've been over there so many times broadcasting for Tim. I got to look this man in the eyes, and for the first time, I'm gonna have to look him in the eyes like, yo, I know you heard everything I said. So
I told him to his face.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But it's cool. It's cool to be and this is what I don't understand why people take it so hurtful. When we in like England and places like that overseas, like they tell you. And it's okay, like, hey, you're a great fighter, but I think he's gonna win. Yeah. Afterwards, it's all cool. It's just a opinion that they have on one fight. It's cool to have different opinions.
And for me, when it goes the other way, I say, hey, I wasn't in that man's camp. I don't know what he was up to. I wasn't with him the night before his fight. I don't know what he was up to. When he went
That's an excuse. You make an excuse.
When he went in the ring and did something I didn't think he was gonna do, I ain't know.
No, you gotta just say I was wrong. Just say I was wrong. Congratulations.
Hey, be easy, bud. We'll see you.
It's a rare example of two former rivals developing mutual respect after sharing the biggest stage.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, man, it was definitely a tremendous fight, man.
It wasn't a tremendous fight.
It was just an all around situation for the fight. But I feel like, of course, just like you said, no credit away from Crawford. You know what I mean? But it's like, from what a lot of people said, and myself being there, of course, you came out aggressive, but it just you could kind of see something was up. You understand what I'm saying? But like I said, credit all to Crawford. He came in there 110%. He came in there and handled his business on a huge stage. You know what I'm saying? And the world was, for a fight of that magnitude, and the world getting rocked like that in that type of way. Me, I want to ask you, And how did your life change? How did you, the people around you, how everything changed after that? And I want to tell you my first experience afterward.
I say it changed. I feel like I was already a lot of secluded, like, but I got more, secluded and just, you know what I'm saying, just like I said, like always, I hold on to my family, like just hold on to them, just start traveling with them, just start experiencing life with them, and just enjoying the spoils of, my past victories, and just enjoying life. Just, stop.
Not consuming.
I stopped consuming stuff. I stopped going to places I used to go to. You know what I'm saying? No more drinking, none of that. Like, I cut everything off and basically grew up. You know what I'm saying? Grew up overnight. You know what I'm saying? And just stuck with my family. Just became a legit, you know what I'm saying, grown man. As to say, you know what I'm saying? Just locked in and just got more focused on the things that matter. Yeah, for sure.
Away from boxing, Spence admitted he was pleasantly surprised by Australia's warm welcome. He expected a hostile crowd, but instead found friendly fans and has even been enjoying time with his family around Sydney Harbor. For a moment, he looked more like a tourist than a fighter preparing for one of the biggest fights of his comeback.
Australia treated you? Australia treated me great, man. I love Australia. Australia's been dope. The people in Sydney been real nice. Everybody been treating me real good. At first it was kind of suspicious. I'm like, man, everybody's so nice. Like, why is everybody so nice? America is way different, but everybody's been real nice and warming.
How special was it yesterday in Sydney Harbour? You had Deb, your mum down here, had the kids and all your family. That must be special for you, like as a fighter, to bring your family out to Australia, but be with them in the Sydney Harbour.
Oh, definitely, man. It definitely was special just having my family here and supporting me and being in the harbor with them, man. It's beautiful views, too, because we took a lot of pictures and the background drop was dope.
You thinking about some fishing yesterday and hunting some big sharks in that harbour?
No, I'm not thinking about fishing right now.
But once the conversation returned to Tim Tszyu, Spence's focus became crystal clear. He said he isn't trying to end anyone's career, but he fully intends to make Tszyu pay for every word exchanged during the build-up.
You don't care about the crowd? You don't care about being the outsider here in his hometown?
No, why would I care?
Does that motivate you further, though?
It won't motivate me further, but I mean, it doesn't matter where I fight. It doesn't matter. I've done it before. I've done it all through the amateurs. It doesn't matter to me. It is what it is. Like I said, like he said, it's going to be me and him in the ring. So the crowd's not going to matter. Nothing's going to matter. It's just me and him.
Tim, what happens in this fight?
A lifetime of work in that 36 minutes. That's what I'm doing.
What happens in this fight, Errol?
We don't go to work. It's gonna be work time as long as it lasts. I don't know if it's gonna be 36 minutes like he said, but it's gonna be some work.
Might be quicker than that.
It might be.
Any final words for Tim?
Man, the word is done. It's fight week. I'm ready to put on my gloves and get to rocking, man. It is what it is. He can say what he want to say. He can do whatever. Come Saturday night, we're going to see who the best.
Final words, Tim?
We shall see.
This fight is about much more than one victory. It's Spence's opportunity to silence the doubters, answer lingering questions, and prove he still belongs among boxing's elite. Now everything comes down to fight night in Sydney. Will Errol Spence Jr. complete an unforgettable comeback? Or will Tim Tszyu prove this is the final chapter of a legendary career? We'll find out when they step inside the ropes. Who do you think wins? Drop your prediction in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more boxing news and fight coverage.